Hi guys, FrostFangs here, welcome back once again, of course, to another Paladins video. We are back on the PTS, as I'm sure you're able to tell, because they did actually do an update yesterday, or I think maybe earlier today, where they changed a few things, they fixed a few of the bugs, and they actually made it so Hi-Rez and the skins and stuff show up here on the main screen when they feel like it. Sometimes I guess it just doesn't work. There we go, there's Hi-Rez. For some reason it wasn't working for a second there, but we're going to be playing some Furia today. There's also a Torvald skin, but I don't know if I'll cover that one on the PTS. I might wait till live. Furia just doesn't feel like showing up, but that is the focus of the video. She did get a skin and also some balance stuff. For some reason it took me a little while to realize, but there's a bunch of stuff in this update that is just focusing on healers. You've got Furia, Damba, Ceres all being buffed up in this update, although Furia's one is kind of relating to her damage. Then IO is also getting like a huge nerf, but the focus is going to be on Furia today. I'll try and play her once as damage and once as a healer because she does combo very, very well with Hi-Rez, of course. Damage Furia, of course, counters her for the same reason, but she's got one pretty damn big buff, which isn't actually noted here. It says it deals 20, still it doesn't. They've actually upped it to 40. It has been implemented, but they didn't update the text for it. So you now deal 800 damage a second with your beam. It does still stun for 1 second and also deals 400 on initial hits, so you're pretty much guaranteeing 1200 damage. You can increase the duration by up to 0.75, which we will be doing today, which makes your beam do nearly 2000 damage after the initial hit and the duration if they don't have resilience or whatever, which is pretty damn good because you're usually hitting them with other stuff as well, so this is an insta-kill for a lot of people. She's also had Hallowed Sight taken up from 10 to 15%, which might not seem like much, but you need to remember this card actually triggers like multiple times when you're ticking somebody with the beam. It doesn't just trigger the one time you hit them, so you actually fill your meter up now ridiculously quick. And then finally, apparently, she's had Lightforge taken down from 20 to 15 seconds, but that wasn't actually implemented for whatever reason. I don't know if they forgot or if they changed their minds, but Lightforge is still 20 as far as I can tell, so I don't know what really happened with that one. But of course, if that does go through, that's a pretty big buff to Lightforge. And then finally, just the skin, which is called Soul Stealer Furia. It looks pretty damn good. It's one of my favorite ones we've had for a while. It is rather stereotypical, I would say, for I guess what you'd expect for a Furia skin, but I'd find it very, very hard to say that is a bad thing because this skin looks top notch. I'm easily giving it at least a 9. The effects in game I've seen a couple times also look really good, so maybe we'll go up or down a little bit because I guess I rate skins now. If you want to hear the voice back real quick, we'll just go ahead and spam it a little bit.
Heal me, pet. Stunning.
Yep, again, pretty much what you'd expect, but it's not a bad thing. A big reason why I wanted to cover this is because I think it will be quite underestimated. I think a lot of people aren't going to realize how much of a change this is because Furia's damage is being doubled on her beam, which means damage Furia is going to be twice as good, nearly, because on paper, fully damage doesn't seem like much, but it triggers literally 20 times a second, which is kind of mental. We've got a Hi-Rez, a Carnivore, and a Willow. Of course, we've got Siege Timimo. I guess they didn't fix that not showing correctly. I'm up against the Ceres, Charlotte, and a Koga, Hi-Rez, and a Furia, so kind of similar team. Definitely makes the most sense here to go for Stellar Blessing, so we'll go ahead and grab that. And then the healer setup, here's a quick look at the weapon. Looks really, really good in hand. I don't know what else you could freaking ask for. We'll go ahead and start with some Chronos. We got Corrosive Acid, Unyielding Pressure, Blast, Flower, Leon, Shield. Then for their side, the Baguette, Talon, Exterminate, Adrenaline, Junkie, Desert Silence, and Wall Reach. Hello, Koga. I'm going to F myself back this way. Heal for the Khan. Hi-Rez did die because he got freaking Furia beam straight off the bat. Did throw a beam for the Khan, but I missed it. There's a right click through a beam, but it missed. I did actually just stop it on the Hi-Rez for like a second. We'll throw another heal here for the Hi-Rez. I think Charlene went for the ult. I'm going to pop my F backwards, but the server stuff is going to make it weird. I don't know if I mentioned it already in this video, but I'm having to play on NA because, of course, it's a weird time. There's the ultimate. Don't know how this team fight's going, but I was getting some pretty big heals there. For some reason, our Khan's just up there, but it's kind of working. We'll throw a beam to him. I think I might stun the Furia too. Fantastic. Another heal here for somebody. We'll throw a beam as well. That Ceres is just dealing mad damage. Is Ceres going for the ult? I think that means I'm probably dead. Yeah, fair enough. I guess we'll grab some more Chronos. Really is kind of funny seeing how small Khan is comparatively. He did just get ulted. Hi-Rez ran on, didn't pop the Q, so she died really quick, and there is the objective lost. To pop the F, go back a little bit. The delay is just brutal. I'm going to go through here. Okay, it's kind of hard for me to do anything. I think I did stun the Hi-Rez for a little bit. I did not mean to fall off there, but that works fine. We can dip down a bit. Throw the beam just up there for the Hi-Rez. Heal for the Khan. Did I actually land that? I don't know. I'm going to teleport upwards though. Guess I did land the beam. Charlone's going to chase, and I am gonna. But this skin looks really good effect-wise in game. It looks pretty damn good when you're using it. The healing effects is actually a thing in the sky when you throw your beam as well, which is really, really different. Thankfully, playing Furia on NA isn't too bad. I'm not really noticing too many problems with lag and stuff, but look how bloody cool you look here mounted up. It is a very, very nice looking skin. I'm easily giving it at least a 9, maybe even a 9.5. Through my beam, killed the Furia, 7 damage. So literally, we'll throw our beam just here. Maybe we can get both of them, or just deal a bit of damage, I guess, and then we'll just go straight through. Sure, just getting more hits on the Hi-Rez on like no health. She's actually going to get away. That's kind of ridiculous. Not really sure our plan is, but there's a beam for the Khan. We'll throw a heal for the Hi-Rez. There's another heal for I'll throw the beam, but I'm pretty sure she's just going to roll in and die. I'm going to F myself backwards. Yep, Hi-Rez is gone. Hi-Rez playing really, really weird, but recovery mechanics, so we did get the objective captured. Hello, Furia. Didn't even know you were there. Luckily, we have a ton of self-heal, but that's a quick look at the thing in the sky. Really, really cool. I guess it gives a bit of a gameplay disadvantage or advantage, but if you're going for a skin like this, I don't think you can really complain. plane. There's a heal for the Khan. I don't have the beam. He's getting ulted, so he's gone through another beam. There's a stun on our Yagarath, or their Yagarath. I mean, we also hit the Furia. There's a heal for our Yagarath, which I don't think makes a difference because she's in the ultimate. I don't think she can be healed. Their Yagarath's definitely dead. Well done. There's a beam. So I went for the eye, went for mine. There's a heal on the Willow. She did get stunned by the Furia. Heal for the Khan, which actually landed. We'll get a couple little shots off there. She's out. Nice. Another heal. A couple shots on the Yagarath. Damage reduction there is brutal. Another heal will throw the beam through. Kind of say that I'm hitting Khan more with the beams than our Yagarath, but our Yagarath is playing kind of weird and Khan is doing a really good job. We'll get a couple little cheeky shots in there. Throw a beam just there. Maybe that'll get somebody. Heal for the Khan. Gonna F myself back. Stun the Ceres. Nice. And there is the push successful. Kind of surprised that play actually worked out. 2-2. We managed to completely counter push them there. I barely died that round and I was throwing out mad heals. 14-4. We're actually kind of shredded. Guess I'll go ahead and pop the ultimate. Might as well. What is our Yagarath doing? She's kind of flanking. I don't know where our Khan is. Yagarath's just rolling around. She doesn't really do very much when she's doing that. We did hit her with a beam, but I am gonna. Where's our Khan? Is he still in spawn? Yeah, he was in spawn. I had no idea what was going on there because it felt like a 4v5 and I thought he was maybe on a side route or something, but no, he just was back at the start. Heal for the Yagarath. We'll throw a beam as well. Khan got ulted by the Yagarath. Ceres tried to ult, but we are out of range. There's another heal for her. Throw another one. She's going for the ult. We'll throw a beam, so she shouldn't die, but pretty much everybody's hitting her here. My heal numbers aren't even showing. I'm gonna F myself back a little bit. Throw another heal. She is finally dead. We kept our Willow alive though, who did get stunned by the Furia. Khan is here at least. I reckon if he is here, we're fine, but without the Khan, we're kind of screwed. He's so goddamn small next to Yagarath. There is a heal and a stun instead of the heal because he moved out of the way. We killed the Fury. Gonna go ahead and pop the ult. I think I am dead though because I'm gonna get hit mid-air. Maybe not. We'll throw a beam over. That's probably not gonna land. Jump on the point to trigger the overtime. Heal for the Yagarath. Why is it my job to jump on the point? I don't know. Yagarath is playing really weird. She's barely even in the turret form. She's just rolling around a lot, but I guess we managed to trigger the overtime. Maybe we'll still hold it. Not too hopeful though. We'll finish off nimble, get some blast shields, throw a beam for the Yagarath. Of course we did get the objective lost. They're making a pretty damn good effort on the push. We hit her with the beam, but she's just gonna keep rolling. We'll throw another beam. No, I won't because I'm dead to the Furia. And there we go. There is the defeat. I feel like we deserve that. The match is probably going to be a little bit cut up because it was a bit all over the place. I can't DC'd for a lot of it. Yagarath was just playing really weird. Understandably so. She is the new character, but I feel like if she was trying to duel the Yagarath, we would have won because I had Solar Blessing there. You know, I'd still say I did pretty good. Shout outs to Duskalicious and also Little Time Bomb 005. They both did pretty good. I feel like like I said, did a pretty damn good job. Willow struggled massively. Avora didn't do too bad there. Khan was AFK for a bit of it and also wasn't doing too crazy. Same thing with the Yagarath there. I feel like I call Yagarath Avora all the time, but for their side, Furia, Ceres, Shaldin, and Yagarath all did a pretty good job. Koga not as much, but they deserve the win there, as you can see from the stats page. We'll go ahead and requeue for another one, and we'll probably do damage to Furia for the next one, but I feel like I did show off Soul Blessing there pretty well. That was kind of the thing I wanted to do with the first half of the video, was show her interaction with Yagarath, because they do combo very, very well. In the second half, which is what we'll do now, we'll show damage Furia, which is what got the pretty substantial buff. Right, fantastic. We've got TDM Dragon Arena. Perfect time to show off damage Furia instead of just Timber Mill. I did queue for everything, but finally something a little bit different. Shout outs to Emergency Airdrop and also Church Mouse 99. Shouts to the two of them. Should work pretty well with the team also. We've got a Pip, a Ceres, and a Yagarath. We're up against another Yagarath, a Furia, a Tyrant, Shardin, and a Vora. So we'll go ahead and grab Exterminate, and then the setup. We'll start off with some Cronus and some Nimble. Just through the beam, there's a heal on somebody. I don't know if we landed the stun. I don't think we did. That's a hit on somebody. There's another heal. I suppose we won the fight somehow. There's a beam. There goes the Furia, or the Vora, I mean. Shots here onto the Shardin. Jesus Christ, our fire rate is ridiculous. He's gone. Throw a beam just there. There's a heal for the Ceres. Never mind, but we killed their Vora. Also, seeing Yagarath in a TDM is kind of stressful, but there's a beam. She's gone. Couple shots on the Yagarath. Thank you for the heals here. Ceres, heal for the Atlas. There's me dead too. The Tyra. Go ahead and pop the ultimate. Sure, the lag is making this kind of rough. Heal for the Yagarath. We'll throw a beam for their Yagarath. He's just getting melted here, even with the Q thing. He's just gone. We'll throw over a couple shots. That Tyra is gone. Don't know if that put her on cooldown or not. There's a beam for the Vora. Yeah, sure. I guess she didn't get any of us. That was probably the lag, to be honest. Shots over there for the Shardin. He's out. We'll throw a beam for the Yagarath. Hello again, Yagarath. There's the F. There's a heal. We'll throw the beam again. Whenever she's in that, she gets melted, but I think I am going to die. At least we should be able to get rid of most of her health. There we go. I spawned in the same spot. Heal for you, I guess. Through a beam that actually stunned the Furia. Is that going to be enough to kill her? Okay, yeah, sure. See how freaking much damage that deals? It's probably not going to show much in the video, but it feels so much better to use. Yagarath v Yagarath. I threw my beam, actually hit her. There's a heal. We also went for the ultimate. We won the fight, although our Yagarath also still died. Heal for the Pip. I guess we'll go ahead and yoink this. Throw a beam. There's a heal. We'll go for you again. We did hit the Furia, or the Tyra, I mean. She is still gone. Not sure exactly what my plans. I'm going to throw the beam and hope that hits somebody. I guess we did hit the Charlene, who's still here somewhere. Well done, Pip. Did you just save my ass? The lag was kind of hard, but heal for the Pip. Hello, Yagarath. There's a beam for you. That should be enough because you're on like no health. Heal for him. The Fury's in there, but not on too much health, so we'll go ahead and get rid of her. Damage Fury actually is playable right now. Heal for the Yagarath. Couple of shots for the Charlene. I feel like I'm shredding here with Damage Fury. Throw a beam just there. Okay, cool. Wasn't trying to hit the Fury, but that works too. Yagarath is, I think, trying to get on the booster pad. I can't tell. We'll throw a beam. I probably should have thrown a heal. Tyra's army. I'm going for the ultimate. I think I'm still dead. There's my F backwards into the fire. What am I doing? Heal for the Pip. There we go. I mean, we are winning by about 10 kills. I feel like we've got it in the bag, but it's still kind of worrying. There goes the Vora. Heal for you. We'll throw the beam beam there. F myself back, throw the beam because the Yagarath is just sat there. Is that going to stun her? Yes, and she's not in the form, so she doesn't get the damage reduction. She switched back into it to avoid some, but Atlas Wall is a pretty heavy counter. She's gone. We'll throw the beam, throw over a couple little shots as well. Is that going to clip the Tyra? No, that's the fire. I think that means I'm dead. Yep. There goes the Tyra through the beam, but I've missed her by like a little bit. I think she just went for the ultimate because she got like the CC immunity for like a frame. There's the stun though. I think she does have some resilience, and there is the victory. I reckon that was a pretty damn good showcase there for damage Furia. We didn't have top damage. We were beaten out by the Tyra there by only a little bit, but other than that, me and her were both quite a bit above everybody else, but we also healed. I feel like I did a great job. 12, 5, 14. Our Ceres did pretty solid, so did our Pip. Our Yagarath struggled a little bit, but didn't do too bad. Atlas also did a solid job. Their Yagarath kind of similar position as our one, although did do quite a bit more damage, but also died quite a bit more. Their Tyra definitely did the best. Their Charlene did okay, but could have done better. Same thing with the Furia. Then their Furia also did a pretty solid job, and yeah, there we go. That was damage Furia. I could do another match, but I feel actually kind of fine leaving it here. I feel like I should have healer Furia with Yagarath and damage Furia versus Yagarath, which is exactly what I wanted to do. So this video might be a little bit shorter than usual, but I'm fine with that because I did everything I wanted to do. I showed off the skin, which is fantastic, a solid 9.5. The fact that some of these little things here are kind of like Paladin symbols is probably intentional and does get a little bit of extra points. And as you saw in both the matches, just like the skin, heal Furia is fantastic, and so is damage Furia. A very, very welcome buff. In my opinion, it does not make her too overpowered, at least again from my perspective, but it definitely does make damage Furia a more viable option, especially in the more casual modes like TDM and Onslaught. It's going to do very, very well. Obviously it's countered by resilience, but even with max resilience, it's still going to deal some pretty damn good damage, and 800 damage a second, especially when you're stunning somebody for that long, is just really, really nice. But above everything else, I hope you have enjoyed today's video. I certainly have. It's been my favorite one to make in a minute. If you've got any other requests, definitely let me know, because this one was requested a ton, so let me know what you want to see me do. I'll see you guys all very, very soon, and as always, stay frost there.